Hi students, welcome again to one of mathematics sessions. And today we continue with series in which we're solving 3 questions from 3 different national exams. So in this aspect, you'll be able to compare actually how questions were made within the 3 consecutive years, 2019, 2020, and 2021. So today we'll continue with question number 3, as I said, and when you go to Nectar 2019, question number 3, it is a set question. Use the following Venn diagram to answer the question that follows. Find the number of subsets of set B complement. So first of all, solution. First of all, we have to determine set B complement equals to, so B complement, we are talking of all set values outside set B. So it means we have A, E, C, F, G. So number of subsets according to formula, number of subsets, what we do, we're going to take 2 power n, and n represent total number of elements within set B complements. So it is 2 power 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2 power 5. You have 32, dear students. So number of subsets of B complement is going to be 32. Find the element of set A complement intersection B. Okay. So we have to check A complement, first of all, equals to, A complement is all set outside set A. So you have A, you have E, D, B, H. And we go to set B. Set B is going to be D, B, H, D, B, H. So from these 3 sets, you can see that the intersection of A complement and B is going to be B set. So we can say that A complement intersection B, this is equal to set B. This is going to be equal to D, B, H. So going to part 3, if an element is picked at random from the universal set, you will find the probability that it is not an element of set B. So because we know B complement, number of B complement, part 1 is over, and this is part 2, of course. Now we are going to part 3. So in part 3, number of B complement, you can see here we have 5 elements. And what about universal set? So number of elements within universal set, you have 6C, it is 7, 8, so we have 8. It means now probability of picking a set from B complement, probability of event is number of event divided by number of sample space. Number of event here is number of B complement, divided number of sample space, which is number of universal set. And here you have 5/8, dear students. So our probability of picking a value which is not an element of set B is 5/8. So that is question number 3A. Going to question number 3B, here it is. Question number 3B. The Ministry of Business and Industries has planned to employ 54 people who will work in the business sector, 36 people who will work in the industry sector only, 12 people who will work in both sectors, and 21 people who will neither work in business sector nor in industry sector. How many people will be employed by the ministry? We are going to use Venn diagram. So by using Venn diagram, so you have 2 sets. First and foremost, these two said they are enclosed by our universal set elements. So this is universal set. So this set here will be representing actually those who are going to work in business sector. So let it be set B. And this one here will be representing those who are going to work in industries center. Okay. And we were told that number of all people, so number of universal set is going to be 54. And we were told that 36 people who will work in industry sector only. So industry sector only, it means we have 36 people who are going to work in industry sectors only. And we have 12 people who will work in both sectors. So 12 people will work in both sectors. And we have 21 people who will neither work in business sector nor industry sector. So 21 people will be outside those two sets. So how many people will be employed by the ministry? So first of all, we have to find XC here, okay? Then later on, we are going to combine now those who are going to work in Ministry of Business and Industries. So over here, dear our friends, taking 21 plus XC plus 12 plus 36C, we're going to get total number of people, which is 54. Just a break. I'm going to repeat to read the question again so that we are not going to mix anything there, students. So the Ministry of Business and Industry has planned to employ 54 people who will work in business sector. 54 people will work in business sector. Wow, very good. And 36 people who will work in industry sector. So I'm sorry, here it is wrong information. So 54 people will be working in business sector. So it means that actually taking XC plus 12, we have to get 54. It means those who are going to work in an industry sector, in 54 people will be working in business sector. So here XC now will be 54 minus 12. When you subtract, you get 4 minus 2, it is 2, 5 minus 1, you get 4. The 2. So it means those who are going to work in business sector only will be 42. So now we are looking for people who will be employed by the ministry. So people who will be employed by Ministry of Business and Industries, we are going to take now XC plus 12 plus 36. It means you're going to take 42 plus 12 plus 36 equals to 2 plus 2, 4, plus 6, 10, 5, 6, 9. So 90 people, dear students, will be employed by the ministry. We are not going to consider 21 people because they are outside the set of business and the industries sector. So we go now to question number 3 in another exam, Nectar 2020. So as you have seen, the question in 2019, question number 3 is a set question with the probability part. But coming to question number 3 in Nectar 2020, you can see that it is purely set question. Okay, so here we go. In a certain school, 40 students were asked about whether they like tennis or football or both. It was found that the number of students who like both tennis and football were 3 times the number of students who like tennis only. Furthermore, the number of students who like football only was 60 more than twice the number of students who like tennis only. However, 4 students like neither tennis nor football. So we're supposed to represent the information in a Venn diagram, letting X be the number of students who like tennis only. So we were given actual information already. So you have 2 sets, those who like tennis and those who like football, or those who like both of them. So now it was found that the number of students who like both tennis and football was 3 times the number of students who like tennis only. So if this set is going to represent tennis, and this is going to represent football here, so those who like tennis only, it is X here. So it was found that the number of students who like both tennis and football were 3 times those who like tennis only. So here it was 3X. Then number of students who like football only was 6 more than twice those who like tennis only. So it means here is 60 plus 2X. Repeat again. Furthermore, number of students who like football only will be 60 more than twice the number of students who like tennis only. However, 4 students like neither tennis nor football. It means 4 students will be outside these 2 sets. So we have already presented actually the informations. We have already represented actually the information in the Venn diagram. Now we go to B now, because we have already solved the for A. So in B, use the result obtained in part A to determine the probability that the student selected at random like football only, both football and tennis. So first of all, let us find the value of X. So taking 60 plus 2X plus 3X plus X plus 4, you get 40. So 60 plus 4, you get 10. 10 plus 60X equals to 40. 6X equals to 40 minus 10. 60X equals to 30. So eventually X will be 30 divided by 60, you get 5. Okay. Then now we have to find those who like football only. So number of football only. Okay. Number of football only will be 60 plus 2X, which is actually 60 plus 2 times 5. You have 11. So probability of football only for our case here, probability of event, I'm going to take number of event over number of sample space. Now, number of event will be equal to number of those who like football only, which is 11. Number of sample space will be 40, total number of students. So probability of event, dear students, will be 11 over 40. So that is Roman 1. Going to B Roman 1, sorry. Going to Roman 2, both football and tennis, 3X. So number of those students who like football and tennis, it is 3X, which is 3 times 5, you get 15. So we can say that actually number of event here, number of event is 15, number of sample space is 40, probability of event, you take number of events over number of sample space, you have 15 over 40, eventually you simplify by 5 will be 3, by 5 will be 8. So probability probability that the student selected only likes both football and tennis is 3 over 8. Now we go to the last question for our today's session. It is Nectar 2021, question number 3. It is again a set question. So you can see the trend, and from this trend, you can predict actually how the question was in this year. I don't know exactly about this year's exam, but at least from the trend here, you can see that probably even the question in Nectar 2021, it was a set question. It was a question in this format. So question number 3 in Nectar 2021. In a class of 45 students, 30 study chemistry, 20 study physics, and 5 study neither of the two subjects. Represent the information in a well-labeled Venn diagram. Okay, so we have a Venn diagram with two sets. Okay, with two sets. It is A. So you have those who are studying physics and those who are studying chemistry. So we were given numbers. We were told that 30 study chemistry, 20 study physics. We don't know how many actually start both. So if that is X here, dear students, so it means for the physics part, the physics only will be 20 minus X. Chemistry only will be 30 minus X. And we have 5 students who study neither of the subjects. Now, when you take 5, so we have already presented actually the information. Now, coming to B part 1, find the number of students studying both subjects. So we have to find the value of X. So we are going to take 5 plus 30 minus X plus X plus 20 minus X equals to 45. Okay. So 5 plus 30, 35. 55 minus X equals to 45. From here, you can see that actually X is 55 minus 45. X is 10. So we can say that number of students who study in both subjects, number of students studying both subjects is 10. So 10 students actually study both subjects. Now coming to part 2, B Roman 2, find the probability that the student selected at random from the class will be studying chemistry only. So first of all, we have to find number of chemistry only. Students who study chemistry only will be 30 minus X, 30 minus 10, you get 20. So from here, dear students, you can see that number of event for our case is going to be 20. Number of sample space is 45. So probability of event, you know that it is number of event divided by number of sample space. You have 20 divided by 45. From here, we simplify by 5 will be 4, by 5 will be 9. So probability that a student selected at random from the class will be studying chemistry only is going to be 4/9. So that is all, dear students, for today's sessions. Hopefully you understood how we're solving these questions. I hope these sessions are helpful to all of you. I wish you all the best in your studies. Peace.